everybody, it's Stephen and Frederick, and this is How I Cook. Today we're making Eggs Benedict. Well, sorta. So one of the legends is Eggs Benedict came about in the late 1890s when a hungover stockbroker in New York City went to the Waldorf Astoria, ordered buttered toast with crisp bacon, some poached eggs, and hollandaise. So the Eggs Benedict that we eat today is similar to that, and what I'm going to make today is similar to that. So, muffin tin. This is going to be a lot easier than poaching. I'm going to spray 4 of them because I'm doing 4 eggs. This is plain old tap water. 4 tablespoons of water, 1 in each. 4 eggs, 1 in each. And now into a preheated 350 degree oven for 9 minutes. So a variation from the typical Eggs Benedict is I'm not going to be using Canadian bacon. I'm not a huge fan. Those little slabs of ham, they're not very tasty, and I think they become really tough. So what we're going to use is smoked salmon. I would advise you take it out of the refrigerator a little before you're using it. Like cheese or wine, if you just let it sit for a little at room temperature, it really brings out the flavor more. So we're going to be using this. We are going to be using English muffins, so I'm going to toast those now. These are larger English muffins that Thomas's sells. I really like these for sandwiches, hamburgers, and for this recipe. So, interesting tidbit, or at least to me, smoked salmon is salmon that's been smoked, and we hear lox. Typically you get it at a deli, it's been hand sliced. That is salmon that has been cured. Both are delicious, and both are very similar, but they are not synonymous. Okay, so what next? Well, we have to make the hollandaise that'll go on top. Again, a little easier. So we're not poaching the eggs. And I've poached eggs many times before, and it's a little bit of a pain. Getting the water to simmer, putting in the vinegar, dropping one by one, and all. That's why I like baking them better. Same with the hollandaise. It usually calls for a double boiler, whisking the eggs above steaming water. This we're doing all in a blender. 3 eggs, but not the full egg, just the egg yolks. So to the 3 egg yolks, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This is fresh lemon juice that I squeezed prior to recording. Typical hollandaise calls for a pinch of cayenne. I like to use Old Bay. If we're using fish, Old Bay makes sense. Very little Old Bay, just for a little oomph. And then finally, a stick of butter. But this is still whole. Let's microwave it, and then we can add it. So while the butter's in the microwave, let's go get the English muffins out of the toaster. They look great. So the English muffins are ready. Now let's put some salmon on top. This is a good recipe for a brunch, especially because you can put lots of eggs in muffin tins and do it all at once. We're going to use lots of salmon. Mother's Day is coming up in mid-May. You could always try this recipe for your mother or for anybody or yourself. You're worth it. If not you, then who? Okay, So we have the English muffins, we have the salmon, the eggs are still cooking. Let's go get the butter. Okay, here's the melted butter. There's a lot of the solids, the milk solids at the bottom. We're going to pour in basically the top, the clarified part, the ghee, whatever you want to call it. But it's very important that we don't just pour the hot liquid directly on the yolks or we'll get scrambled eggs. We're going to put this on high and pour this in very slowly. And there we go. We leave a lot of the milk solids on the bottom. We don't need them. That smells really good. Let me get a spoon. See if it needs anything. No, really good. You can taste the lemon. Notice I did not put any salt in here. I used salted butter, and the Old Bay has salt in it, so no need to put extra salt in. So now we're just waiting on the eggs. I'll go check them. They look pretty good. So you're looking at them now and saying, oh, they're so watery. Well, they are because of the water that was in the pan. Don't worry, that's going to come out. We're not going to use the water. And the yolks are very runny. That's because that's the way I like it. Remember, this is the way I cook. And you cook the way you cook. It's not the way you should do it. Not saying it's the right way. It's the way I cook. So let's try to get them out of the pan. I'm using a slotted spoon to leave the water in the pan. So much easier than poaching. All gonna taste great. So the only thing we're missing, hollandaise sauce, the best part. And pour the hollandaise. Oh, so beautiful, rich, luscious. Hollandaise. And that's it. Easy squeezy. Very fancy, yet very easy. What are we missing? This week's cocktail. So this week we're going to make a madras. So what's a madras? Vodka, cranberry juice, and orange juice. I already have vodka in here that I put in the freezer this afternoon. It's pretty slushy, but for the video, why not add a little bit more? I wanted it to be slushy so I don't have to put it over the rocks. I have enough stuff diluting the vodka. A little cranberry juice. Boop, boop, boop. A little orange juice. Shake, shake, shake. And now a glass without rocks because this is like slush. And this is our madras. Very tasty. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I'm Stephen and Frederick. This is how I cook. Have a great week.